welcome to our presentation. We are from Universidad Torcuato Di Tella. We are presenting Mercado Libre today. We really appreciate your time here today. Let me introduce the team. My name is Lida Wang. Here is Gonzalo Augusto Fernandez, Federico Dominici, and Ignacio Ramari. Our presentation title is Past Prologue, Mercado Libre to show first mover advantage. This is today's agenda. It's in a cut, I don't know when. Okay, last price of Mercado Libre is $76 as of yesterday. The target price that we calculated for is $84. That implies an upside potential of 11%. We rate this equity security in a hold position, and we're going to explain why we hold it that way in the next few slides. But before that, I want to make an introduction of Meli. Meli, Mercado Libre, Meli is a ticker. Mercado Libre is the largest e-commerce platform in Latin America. It's listed in NASDAQ. The average daily trading volume is 10 times Buenos Aires Stock Exchange. This is all the countries that Mercado Libre operates, and 1 out of 3 internet users in Latin America are registered in Mercado Libre platform. Something that I want to highlight in financials is that the net margin as of last 12 months of third quarter 2012 is 26%. That's really high in this industry. And now I'm going to turn the presentation to Gonzalo, who is going to explain investment highlights.
If we compare the e-commerce websites of all around the world, we can see that Meli is in the 8th position, the clear leader of LATAM, with 3.2 times more unique visitors than Buscapé. It has the 28% of the share market, and the gross merchandise volume expected for this year are 1.37 its current market cap. What is interesting about LATAM is that it is an under-penetrated region of internet, which has only a 43% of penetration, expected to be in 5 years of 53%, what will be still below the 79% of the United States penetration. We can see here that in the last 3 years, the LATAM region was the region which grew more. What is interesting also of Meli is that it has a good performance in all the countries where it operates, including countries with political and economical volatility, such as Argentina or Venezuela. And that during the worldwide financial crisis, it has performed with revenues increases of 20% year over year. Now Federico is going to speak about the business units of Meli.
Thank you very much, Gonzalo. We will speak about the business itself. It has 4 segments. The marketplace, which is the main revenue generator with approximately 80% of the revenues, followed by Mercado Pago, which has approximately 20% of the revenues. And Mercado Jobs and Mercado Clicks are still marginal related to the revenues, but they are growing at a steady pace. All of them work on platform, but Mercado Pago and Mercado Jobs works off platform also. Next, please. We're saying in Mercado Libre. Mercado Libre is aiming towards a more integrated service with a verticalization process. Now they are launching a beta test in Brazil of shipping service, and they are expanding already in APIs and application for mobile. If you see the operating metrics, it is expected to grow in the following years. Also, the off-platform segment, mainly represented with Mercado Pago, will grow in the following years, representing approximately 37% of the total revenues. This core business is really similar to eBay. That's why we believe that in the near future, eBay might buy Mercado Libre, which is also the largest shareholder. And if that will happen, because of key and synergies, that will be reflected in the price. Now I'm going to give the microphone to Lida, who is going to speak about the financial structure.
Thanks, Fede. One of the main characteristics of Meli is that it has a sound financial structure. First of all, it's debt-free. It's a common standard in the industry, though. It's an asset-light operating model. It doesn't involve fixed assets, huge amounts of fixed assets or huge amounts of working capital. Also, it has a multiple revenue mix from different countries and mainly from marketplace, and There's an upside from Mercado Pago, mainly especially from off-platform. And then it has a controlled and scalable cost structure. Higher activity in the platform Mercado Libre is supported by a almost fixed level of cost. That all gives basically a cash cow, which could generate cash for dividend payment, development of existing or new businesses, or opportunistic M&A to grow inorganically. Okay, next we are talking about the valuation. We did a blended between DCF, PE ratio, and EV/EBITDA. The target price is $84 per share, and we did more on DCF method because we wanted to catch all the upside from the future cash flows, because this is a really highly growing business. And then mix it with the mark-to-market sentiment represented by the multiples. Okay. Then I want to highlight something from the DCF. Well, the average growth rate is 14% compounded, and that means EPS of 11% for the next 10 years. And we choose a long-term growth rate of 5%. It might seem a little bit high for an average industry, but for this industry, it's really reasonable because once the cash flows are stabilized, there's a growing upside in the industry in Latin America. It's underpenetrated, as Gonzalo said. Okay, we did a sensitivity analysis, run a Monte Carlo simulation. There's only 14 chance of probability of our DCF price to change it from hold to sell. We also seek for multiples EV/EBITDA similar to Mercado Libre, and that brings us an average of 20.6 times. And we also seek for the last 6 months PE ratio. Mercado Libre is trading average 40 times the PE ratio, and that brings us a weighted average of $84 per share. Now I turn to Ignacio, who is going to talk about downside risk and conclude this presentation.
Well, thank you, Lila. I will take care about the threats that Mercado Libre will face in the future and is facing at the moment. We divided them from the mildest to the strongest. In first place, we've got the competition from eBay and Amazon. Second place, fluctuations in customer behavior and changing trends in the internet industry. Third place, decrease in e-commerce acceptance and poor network infrastructure provided by governments. Fourth place, bias operational regulation. In other words, a judge may decide A and a judge may decide B in the same case. And the minus one, we've got the governments may impose new internet tax legislation. From the political and economic risks, here we plot a map where we can see Argentina and Venezuela as our risky countries according to credit defaults of sovereign values. For example, Venezuela got around $25 million accumulated in cash because of FX markets limitations. Offshore payments and remittances are also limited. In these two countries, there are about, they have double-digit inflation figures. Second place, strengthening of the US dollar relative to Latin currencies may decrease US dollar-dominated revenues. In the final place, regional macroeconomic fundamentals remain volatile. As a conclusion, is past product. In order to address this question, we should focus on two scenarios. First place, we've got strong fundamentals from the company. Number one marketplace in Latam, pioneer and survivor in internet retailing since 1999. Potential money target, sound financial position, but on the other side, we still got the threat of well-financed, well-known companies such as Amazon and eBay that could threaten financial and operational status of the company. That the macro political situation still is volatile. So we conclude that we should hold Meli. Well, this is the end of the presentation, and we are ready to answer any questions you may have.